Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Dime Box Discoveries. Today something a bit different for you. 3 eBay purchases and all of ours who trade cards, all of our nightmares revealed right here. This was a trade that I had sent away on TCDB that came back to me with a return address. I blacked all out. I'm going to talk more about this, but this is the nightmare that we all have when we mail stuff out. We're going to see what truly happened. First, before we dig into that, let me show you this. So I leave next month to go to Vienna to see my friend over there who I take baseball cards to, and he collects a lot of Yankees guys. He needs almost this entire set of Yankees. There's like 90 cards and he needs like 85 of them. So that's why I bought the whole set for like 15 bucks, which is great. Very excited to take it over. One thing, when it was shipped to me, these weren't like a team bag. They weren't any kind of protection. They were just sort of like wedged between cardboard. So a couple of the corners got dinged up a little bit. I think it was still okay, but shipping nightmare. It just, really kind of made me angry. I will not buy from that person again. But anyway, these are some cool cards from the Yankees Legends set. I think it's 2009 Upper Deck, something like that. All right. This one also kind of a shipping nightmare off eBay, although they're Sports Illustrated for kids cards, so not quite as big of a deal. These were just thrown like willy-nilly into an envelope. I know that Sports Illustrated for kids cards, obviously come with like some wear and tear a lot of times, but geez, really? I guess the shipping was only 75 cents, so you get what you pay for. But anyway, let me show you the SI for kids I picked up. These were, I don't think I've shown this to you yet. If I have, you're seeing them for a second time. These ones I picked up for like 15 cents a piece or so. The two biggest ones I want to show you off the top, Barry Larkin, of course, a Cincinnati guy who went to Moeller here in Cincinnati, and Peter Forsberg, one of my all-time most favorite players on my most favorite team, the Colorado Avalanche / the Quebec Nordiques. Let me show you the rest here. The one they really like about Sports Illustrated for kids is you do get some people in like odd things. Like here's a fencer. And no, not the people who steal things and then sell them on the streets. The actual sport of fencing. Actually, one of my friends was a fencer in college. So really kind of cool. Here we go. Just showing you off. We got a little Clyde the Glide Drexler there. Very cool. Martin Brodeur, the all-time leader in wins by a goalie in NHL history, I believe. Nick Van Exel off that University of Cincinnati Final Four team in the early to mid-90s. Early 90s, 92? 92, 93, 91, 92? I think 91, 92. Maybe 92, 93. Here we go. Dominic Mociani off of the Magnificent Seven Team USA Olympics team that won gold in Atlanta in 1996. Or two Dominic Mociani and Dominic Dawes. Of course, we all knew that. There's the big dog, Glenn Robinson, Mark Grace, and Karen Bai. Don't know that person. All right. There you go. So then here's the other eBay purchase. And this is going to be shocking. It's a food stuff. These are posts. This is the 1995 postcards. I didn't know these existed until I ran across them on accident. Seriously, I have never seen these cards in a dime recorder box before in my life. Never. The literal millions of cards I've looked through, I've never seen 1995 posts. So I bought the whole entire series, the whole entire set. There's only 16 cards. There's not a lot of them in the set. And I did look it up. You can only get them like as a supermarket giveaway. But I've never seen them before. Here's what they look like. And they're also kind of weird because look at this. They look like this. Here's Will the Thrill, Will Clark. So they come like this. You can kind of see the perforation kind of thing. That's not really perforation. So you're supposed to like fold it in half. Fold it over on itself to fold it down to a regular card size, but it's like a booklet. So I've never seen these before in my life. I'm going to show you these. Are basically like postcards in this size. They're, I think, basically, so it's a normal baseball card is 3.5 by 2.5. So these would still be like 3.5, but they'd be 5. So it'd be 3.5 by 5. 3 by 5 would be general postcard shape and size. So basically like a postcard. I'm going to have to get some of those 4-pocket sleeves. Hey, there's David Justice, Cincinnati guy. The 4-pocket sleeves to put them in, I guess. So never seen these before. Never even seen them folded up. And like I said, a dime recorder box. Have you guys ever seen this before? Is this a thing? There's Ken Griffey Jr. By the way, I'm noticing no logos. They've wiped them clean. Nothing there. So Ken Griffey Jr., nothing there. They did try and get them so like the hands were across the chest and stuff, obviously. There's Greg Maddux. It's that Biggio Bagwell. It's Bagwell. And there is Wade Boggs. So really kind of cool. Never, ever seen these before. Slightly dinged on the corners. Probably came in shipping. Anyway, very neat. I'm going to have to get the 4-pocket sleeves. Hopefully the Moeller show, I'll be able to get some in November. Or maybe sooner if there's a really good, guy with some boxes or sleeves at one of the shows I'm at. And here's what the package looked like. So there you go. This is what it looked like. All right. Now we come to this. Let's move these out of the way. Here's the deal. As I've talked about before, I trade a lot of cards on tcdb.com. That's tradingcarddatabase.com. You mail them. So I mailed this. I've had some trouble lately with a couple pieces of mail not getting to where they're supposed to be. This got returned to me like this. So here's what it is. I put it inside this sleeve, okay? And I'd already opened this one. This wasn't torn up like this. This is how it came back to me. Look at this thing. I marked these out myself, so I'm not giving somebody's address from my address. Now, at least this one got returned to me. But look how darkened and blackened this is. Like, was this like sent through a coal mine? I got stuck in a machine somewhere. Can you see all this tape? All this is tape that they put on. It completely ripped and shredded the bottom off. You can see this. I mean, when you mail stuff, is this your nightmare? Please tell me if this is your nightmare or not. You always worry if it gets somewhere, but look at this. Look at this thing. Now we're going to open it up and see if what I sent is actually still in decent shape. I put cardboard on both sides of everything. That cardboard is obviously gone on this side. It is no longer here. The cardboard is on the back, but not on the front. So what do these cards, I mean, look, you can just see how just completely dirtified that is. It's unbelievable. So these are the cards that I sent. There's half of the backing I sent. No of the front backing. None of the front there. So these were a deal I made for some colors. I gave a guy a really good deal because he had a couple cards that I really needed to take to my guy in Europe. So I offered him a really sweet deal. Man, these cards still look in good shape. Ho-ho! Maybe? Yeah, I think these look like they're still in pretty decent shape. Man, oh man. So I think I'm okay. I'm all right to resend these. But man, oh man. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm generally a very good defender of the post office. How does this Frank Thomas look? It's hard to tell. I think it may have gotten rolled up. Yeah, it got rolled up. You can kind of see the creasing there. So I'm going to reach out to the guy, tell him the deal, tell him what happened. Anyway, that's all I got for you. A couple of eBay finds and this nightmare fuel. Have you ever had one of your packages get sent out, come back like this? Anything look like this? So anyway, let me know. Godspeed to all your packages. Be safe out there. See y'all later. Bye.